The first song I ever wrote, I was about 5 or 6. I made it for my mum, and I would sing it to her when I was around the house, and I would ask her, "Mum, please, can I keep your dress? Can I please keep your shoes? Can you please?" I just wanted to be as pretty as her, really.
Here where the sky's falling, I'm covered in blue.
I always start with lyrics. It's always when something significant happens, I take it, I write it down, and when I go into the studio, I then put the words to melody. And if I still feel the same way about the words that I've written, then I feel like I should definitely carry on with the story. Everything I write about is quite personal, and it's all very autobiographical, so I'm more inspired by words than by melodies. And then I'd like to call my music dance crying, because they're all quite sad stories in a way, but then with the production I want it to be more pop, and I want it to be something that people can dance to. I guess my writing process is kind of crazy. I write so many songs, and out of 10 I like one.
Oh, I wish I was there with
Homesick is, well, a feeling, and it was one that I was definitely feeling towards the end of writing the album. When I spend so much time on the road, and I spend so much time away from home, and I'm traveling so much, it's really when I'm in a hot place like LA and it starts raining that I miss London the most. And it's, you know, you spend so much time away, and it's like the things that you hate about home are the ones that you miss the most. So the bad weather was definitely, I guess, the main influence behind everything. And singing about the reason, you know, you make all these little sacrifices is to kind of make your dreams come true, and you work really hard because this is something that you've always wanted. But there's no denying that you occasionally get homesick, and you do miss the rain. With all the features that I've done, I've always wanted to work with people that did something quite different to what I do. So when I do come together with them, it's still quite distinct what I'm able to bring to the table. I was really lucky I got to work and write it with Chris Martin. And I was in London prior to going to LA to write, and I was in a meeting, and somebody had asked me who I would love to work with. And I said, oh, I would love to get in the studio with Chris Martin. It was more just me just putting it out there into the world. And I didn't expect for one of the lovely women who were in the meeting, she said, oh, I work really closely with Coldplay, why don't you send me some of the songs from your album, and I can send them to Chris. He's very busy, but we can see maybe make something work. And I was like, okay, cool. So I chose a few songs on the album, and I sent them over, and I just get an email going, why don't you go down to the studio and go and meet Chris and play him some stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't really think anything was going to come of it. And so I went to the studio and just sat there, me, Chris, and his engineer Bill, and we just listened to all the songs on the album. And well, I was nervous just kind of playing all the songs. It was also really interesting to kind of get feedback from someone who I guess